I died.
Being a Nintendo guy my whole life, I've always admired PlayStation games from a distance. I never played Spyro as a kid, or Crash Bandicoot, or even got to play Final Fantasy VII when its graphics were actually acceptable.
This is horrible.
But I knew that they were something special, just at the time, out of my reach. As the years went by, I never ended up owning a PlayStation. My selection of consoles has basically been tied to Nintendo's offerings, with a nice mix of 360 and PC in there. As a result, many of the system's exclusives remained elusive mysteries to me. I went out of my way to play a couple, borrowing a PS3 to play The Last of Us and playing Final Fantasy VII on an emulator, to name a few. Though for the most part, I never got to experience PlayStation's slice of the proverbial cake that is the gaming industry. That is, until now. Almost 5 years after its initial release. Shit, really? I can finally say that I now own a PS4, which is awesome. And I want to share these new experiences with you fine people of the internet, as I stumble my way through some of the PS4's biggest and brightest. The first game I've delved into with my shiny new console is 2017's Horizon Zero Dawn, an open-world action RPG, which so far, I am very much enjoying. I'm not exactly sure where the story's taken me, but 6 to 8 hours in, it's really the most fascinating part of the game. The amount of lore and world building here is really astounding, as well as the actual game world itself, with its massive scale, breathtaking views, and deep history showing an almost prehistoric looking world but set in a post-apocalyptic society. I'm guessing all the robo-dinos running around had something to do with that. That's not to say the actual gameplay is something to scoff at. I'm having a blast hunting my robo-dino prey and using all the different weapons and traps to the utmost advantage. Surprisingly, this game makes me feel more like a monster hunter than actual monster hunter.
It's a fucking Kuropeko.
But gameplay aside, I mentioned the story because that's honestly what I think I've been missing from with Nintendo. No one can deny that Nintendo isn't really the best when it comes to storytelling, per se, which honestly I'm okay with. Their focus has always been on gameplay first, which is why I've come to respect them for so long. Not every game needs a great story to work with, but by tailoring gameplay experiences that develop and inform that story, developers can turn ordinary experiences into unforgettable ones. And the PS4 has a great number of games that I'm told do just that. All of these games have been praised mainly for the stories found within them, and each show drastically different approaches to storytelling within the medium. While Uncharted is very much set up like your typical summer blockbuster, Until Dawn has multiple different endings, each one depending on the player's actions and decisions throughout the game. God of War, being an achievement in so many more ways than one, manages to frame the entire adventure, cutscenes, gameplay, and all into a single shot. No cuts, no loading screens, just a whole lot of boy. But at the end of the day, my main reason for finally jumping on the PlayStation 4 has everything to do with Marvel's best superhero, Spider-Man. He's the best. He's the number one. Number one. I knew after seeing the game's first trailer during E3 2016 that I would be buying this console specifically for this game. And that's exactly what I did. Finally giving the wall crawler the AAA attention he deserves, Spider-Man for PS4 is downright incredible. Listen to this stream clip of me within seconds of starting the game up for the first time.
Oh my god, this feels so great. This was the thing I was most excited for. Just literally this.
If the game was just the swinging, I would still buy it. It feels that good, yo. And speaking of feeling good, how about that motherfucking combat? Like, if we just get down to the nitty gritty, it's basically Batman Arkham combat, but just with a whole lot of maneuverability and a lot more options thanks to Spidey's acrobatic nature. You get your crazy gadgets with the web bombs and such, you can grab objects in the environment and throw them around, and you can just zip straight into people's faces because you're fucking Spider-Man. And there's a lot of room for experimentation in the combat system, and that's just rad, man. Throw these two glorious gameplay systems into a huge open world NYC to swing around in with side quests, collectibles, challenge missions, and you got yourself a really really just good game. Like, I like it a lot. And it might just be me, but I've really been getting into the photo mode. It's probably just because I think Spider-Man looks cool doing literally anything, but I've gotten a lot of really striking shots during my playtime. Maybe too many, like to the point where I'm pausing the game way too much just to go into the photo mode and take a selfie.
Are you an Avenger? Yeah, basically.
Sorry, back on topic, gushing a little bit, but the story is really good too. I don't want to dip too much into it, just for those who haven't maybe played it yet. I don't want to dip into spoiler territory, but let's just say it's the best Spider-Man movie ever made.
That totally worked last time.
One of the best decisions Insomniac made with their iteration of the wall crawler is the decision to age him up a bit. We've seen enough of the origin, and the MCU has High School PD on lockdown.
Don't flip! Yeah!
This Peter Parker has been Spider-Man for 8 years already. He's 23, so Peter may be a more experienced Spider-Man, but he still struggles with a lot of relatable young adult problems like paying rent on time, working a job, relationships, etc. And when Spidey's life starts to cross over with Peter's life, things get real juicy. But what I've noticed the most are the little details that really make this world feel lived in, and that it has its own history outside of the game events. You know, like little stuff with the backpacks, or what Peter has on his desk during the opening cutscene, really gives the players a sense of what this Peter Parker has gone through, and really gives the game's story that extra layer of depth. All in all, I'm just really pumped to have a PS4. There have been so many PS4 games coming out that I never thought I'd be able to play. Red Dead Redemption 2 is gonna be great, The Last of Us Part 2 will probably be great, and most of all, the Final Fantasy VII Remake is gonna be disappointing. But ooh, those are some shiny graphics. Wow, has it been 3 months already? Hello everyone, and welcome to the End Slates. Yes, I am back. It's been a while since I've uploaded, but I'm trying to get back on a normal, semi-normal upload schedule. You know, life and work are taking a toll. But you know, I'm back. I'm here with a PS4, ready to go. I know I spent a lot of this video talking about Spider-Man, but despite that, I really haven't gone nearly as in-depth as I want to with the game, because it's so jam-packed with awesomeness, and I can't even talk about the story yet. I've beaten the game. I have a platinum trophy. I am totally ready to do a review on it. I just want to wait until after all the DLC is out, and then I'm gonna jump back in, because I'm waiting for that new game plus mode, see what else the DLC is waiting for us. But if you're still on the fence, go buy Spider-Man. Just go do it. Buy a PS4 to play Spider-Man. I did it. Just do it. Oh, and like and comment and subscribe and do the things with the YouTubes, okay?